this in September 6, 1992. And what this does, and what I'm trying to explain to you, is how important and the importance of education, because without it, we are going no place fast. And this will also demonstrate that if you have faith, what you can do and what you may become or who you may become if you had an education, such as I am going to explain to you shortly after I begin reading this material that I wrote. But first and foremost, is prayer. And as long as you believe and you have faith and you pray, and then after 12 o'clock midnight, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, whatever your time zone is, after you wake up at 12 o'clock midnight, you should say, thank you. Maybe some of you younger people or young folks do not understand why you are saying thank you, but just say thank you. And ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your parents, ask your grandparents, why am I saying thank you? You will be surprised to know that if you start saying thank you after midnight each night, that will build you a faithful incentive. Let me tell you about politics. You see, the conservative Republican wants everyone to be born rich, and that is not probable. And on the other hand, the Democrats want to use taxpayers' dollars on some program that does not work because they do not follow through with the training and education for these people, which is so badly needed. Now, listen to this. We have our elected officials on both sides of the aisle, of which I have much respect for. And they are sitting there in Washington, D.C. with boxing gloves on and throwing rocks at each other and using large amounts of electricity, telephone, water, gas, wear and tear, and other utilities, and not to mention time when you should be gone fishing with your grandson or son. The best idea yet is to go shopping with your wife. I wrote President Bush a letter regarding this in January 1990. I explained that to you before. Now, you White House folks have had 200 years to run this country correctly, and you have failed consistently. So as I look back in remembrance of how Grandma brought us through the crisis, maybe that it is time for us to start thinking about giving our women a chance to run this country. So in essence, what I am saying to you, Mr. Next President, if you fall short of correcting these many problems that our people are faced with, that our American people are faced with in this country, then sir, do not come back for seconds. And now the things that I am going to say does not include females that are members of these departments. Mr. Senate, Mr. Congress, Mr. House, all of the above. You seem to forget our elderly people, the ones that made the road possible for you to travel. And our worst case scenario is not educating our young folks, of which will be making your decisions in the future. So if you do not correct our major problem that we are faced with today, y'all just line up and meet me behind Joe's place. Leave your boxing glove behind, but bring plenty of toothpicks. This is the truck driver from Alabama. God bless you. Get your education now. Thank you. And this should, education is the key. Let's go to school. The attempt right here is to try to give you a view of just about some of everything that I have that I'm trying to get into the marketplace. We'll try to get a good view of it best that I can, and I hope you'll be able to read this from whatever distance, whatever the appropriate distance would be.